Hello, everyone. So, this is day 18 of the 30 Days of Transformation, which is super exciting. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about our friend overwhelm because I know that all of us mums that are juggling kids and businesses and all of the other things that we've got going on, family, household, possibly a job, all of that kind of stuff, we can often get into a space of overwhelm. And it's quite common when I meet my clients that they are overwhelmed. And they're overwhelmed not just in one area of their life, but the overwhelm is coming from all the things in all the areas. So I wanted to actually have a conversation about this because I often call out that people are overwhelmed, and I see a lot of other coaches and service-based businesses that are talking about the overwhelm, but often we're not really acknowledging what actually causes the overwhelm. And generally it's because we're really stuck in this high level thinking. We're really stuck kind of up in the clouds when it comes to our thinking. We're looking at the big picture. And because we're focused on the big picture, we're really acutely aware of just how much we've got going on. Okay? And when we start to look at that really big picture and everything that we've got going on, and then 1,000 things come up as the little things that are going on, right? And so you might be feeling overwhelmed in your business because you're looking at the big picture. You're looking at where you want to be by the end of 2020. You're looking at what you want to accomplish and all the things that you need to get done over the next couple of months. And so you're in this really big picture thinking, okay? And then what happens is when you sort of start to break down that big picture thinking, you end up with 1,000 things on your to-do list, okay? Because you break it down and you're like, okay, well, I need to launch. So I need, these 15 things to be able to launch. And I need a new product line. And to do that, I'm going to need to do this 30 things to get this new product line going. So we're focusing on our dreams and our vision, which I've been talking about a lot. But what can end up happening is it can actually contribute to the overwhelm if we aren't careful about the way that we deal with the feelings of wanting to accomplish something that is so big. So I wanted to just give you a couple of practical things that you can do when you are really feeling like you're in that overwhelmed place. Number one, write down all the things that are making you feel overwhelmed, okay? Because although as you start to list them in your brain, it kind of makes your brain go crazy and go round and round in circles and you get even more stressed out. When you write them down on a piece of paper, you actually allow them to flow out of your brain. You decrease the mental load because you no longer have to store all of these ideas up here in your head, right? And you can get some of these ideas down on a piece of paper so that you're not having to have them up there. So when you're stuck in the overwhelm, get down everything that you are overwhelmed about. And I find that a really good way to do this is to basically focus on each of the areas. So what's making me feel overwhelmed in mum life at the moment? What's making me feel overwhelmed when it comes to family and the household and all that kind of stuff? What's making me feel overwhelmed when it comes to my current part-time job? What's making me feel overwhelmed when it comes to my business? What's making me feel overwhelmed when it comes to my health? And literally just go through each of the areas of my life and get down all of the things that are basically clouding and clogging up my brain so that I can really see a clear picture. Because often we think that there's so much going on and swirling around in our brain, but when we actually get it down on paper, it looks a hell of a lot more manageable. The other thing is when you get it down on paper, it's much easier to prioritize things and to kind of come up with some themes of things that you need to do. But it's also easier to see the things that you just don't need to do, that you don't need to focus on, that are just taking up mental space. It's also easier to see the things that are on the list that are overwhelming you that are completely outside of your control. And tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit more about how we handle things that are outside of our control. But I just want you to start, if you're in that overwhelmed space, get it all down on a piece of paper, get it out of your head, okay? Because you're probably going to find that there's not as much as you thought there was. There's shit that you can let go of, okay? And then it's much easier to start creating a list of priorities and organizing what it is that you are going to do. Once you can just lay it all out and just see it all there, and you don't have that real tight chest feeling of just being so overwhelmed that you literally do nothing. Because so often when people are overwhelmed, they're just stuck. They are totally stuck. And we talked the other day about the fact that it's just stuck thinking. And one of those big pieces of stuck thinking is, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. All right. So if you're out there and you're overwhelmed, use that technique, get it all down. And tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit more about control, what we have control of, what we don't have control of, and how we can use that to our advantage when we're in an overwhelmed state. All right, I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for joining me for day 18. Have an amazing day. Bye.